The United Nations top official on sustainable energy says they are seeking a revolution in the energy sector, one similar to what was achieved in telecommunications on the African continent. The UN's global initiative has partnered with the US initiative Power Africa to tackle the vast power deficits across the African continent.
The plan is to raise some $120 billion to achieve the goal, as access to energy around the world is being shaped by crucial public-private partnerships.
We want to do for the energy sector what happened for the mobile sector. Good public policy, predictable, long-term, and private capital came in. And now today 720 million Africans have connections, compared to about just maybe 20 million just a few years ago. We believe that if the market regulations are done properly, reforms are done, and the reforms are deep, there will be confidence from the private sector to step in. But there are a lot of risks in the energy sector compared to telecoms.
And with strong financial commitments from the United States, the European Union and various development banks that are expected to leverage further funding from the private sector, concerns have been raised about the pace of policy reform by governments that often deter investors from jumping in fast, while correctly categorizing the risk of investment in what is viewed as a complicated policy sector has also been highlighted as crucial.
One of the key things, obviously, is cost-reflective tariffs in all of the countries. You want to look in certain countries and make sure that you have an independent and independent utility. I think having an energy master plan for development is important, whether that's a reform or not. That's a key piece of what's really important to make sure that countries stay on the path, and making sure you have the diverse energy mix and you're not completely reliant on fossil fuels, that you also have the ability to encourage investment in renewables, and that also you're looking at not just on-grid development but off-grid development as well, making sure that there's the ability for the private sector to invest in off-grid projects as well.
As part of the post-2015 agenda, countries are expected to agree by September next year to a universal energy goal by 2030. Sherwin Bryceby's SABC News, New York.